Hello, good afternoon viewers and welcome to SKTV News. You are watching Afternoon English News with Pavini. First, the headlines. Chief Sena Manipur President Moirangthem Tombi says replacing chief ministers equals conceding to Kuki demands. Cyclone Dana ravaged crops on 1.75 acres lakh in Odisha, submerged another 2.8 lakh acre land. And 38 candidates are in fray for 5 assembly seats in Assam by elections as nominations process concludes. With the rise in digital world, we extend our welcome and gratitude to our viewers for supporting the most trusted and first ever OTT platform SKTV in Manipur that can be watched globally. Now let's take a look at the news in detail. President of the Chief Sena Manipur Pradesh, Moirangthem Tombi, asserted that replacing the Chief Minister of Manipur equates to conceding to the demands of the Kukis. During a press conference at the Chief Sena office in Babupara today, Tombi questioned whether a change in leadership would genuinely address the Kukis' demands and urged MLAs demanding for this replacement to reconsider. He expressed concern about the Kukis' agenda to undermine Manipur's territorial integrity. On the other hand, Tombi, who also serves as a convener of the Manipur Democratic Alliance (MDA), expressed gratitude to the state government for its initiatives aimed at fulfilling MDA demands, including the facilitation of free movement on national highways, border fencing, the implementation of the National Register of Citizens (NRC), and providing better accommodations for those affected by the ongoing crisis. He also revealed that a formal request was submitted to the Ministry of Civil Aviation, urging a reduction in flight fares to 1/3 of the current rates in the light of the ongoing situation. Tombi reiterated his appeal to the state government to address the memorandum submitted to the Manipur governor and chief minister, calling for measures to filter out illegal immigrants through retinal scanning, ensure adequate housing for victims, and eliminate illegal tax collection along national highways.
MLA Karana Kuki Apamba line the Washe, Mashi Miami Kanbio, Kukina Apamba Tawashe, Madu Miam the Yaroi, Kukina Pami Port Adu Manipur to Gaibani, Billion Shinto Uhaibani, Billion Shindo Wahabishi, Masajda, La Kadoriba, Billion Natabachi Minister Dura, Kukina Pami Pochi Madraho. Already to Machigumba, Quickie, Manglana, Magaluna, Tawan Ba, MLA Karana, Hongtang Karasangsila and Habishi, Aju Dilida, Namitaraga, Mari Magani Lerpani, Kange, Machi Koi, political gi, over 2 in Hajarakanda, Tobigano, Manipur Kahingums and Hargade, Kukina Pamba Tabutagumse, Honorable Shem Siki, Patabuki Adonda, Chief Sharan, something that we want that there.
A senior official of Odisha claimed that the recent severe cyclonic storm Dana and the rain accompanying it are likely to have damaged standing crops in 1.75 lakh acre of land and submerge another 2.80 lakh acre in Odisha, citing preliminary estimations. According to a report by an agency, the Odisha state government has directed a joint assessment of crop loss due to the cyclone by officials of the Agriculture and Revenue departments. On an ex-post of Principal Secretary of Agriculture and Farmer Empowerment, Arabinda Padhi, the authorities have directed field officials of Krushi Bibhag to assess and enumerate the crop loss, more than 33% and above, jointly with Revenue Department colleagues in a squad approach under supervision of district collectors. Chief Minister Mohan Charan Majhi, during a review meeting held yesterday night, said the final estimate of the loss in the agricultural sector would be known from the detailed report, on the basis of which the government would decide on compensation for farmers. He said that around 8 lakh people were moved to cyclone shelters, and many of them were allowed to return home as the weather improved. Meanwhile, about 22.42 lakh houses faced power disruption due to the cyclone. Of them, power supply to 14.8 lakh houses were restored by yesterday's evening, and the remaining will be done by today. A total of 38 candidates are in the fray so far for 5 assembly seats in Assam, where by-election will be held on November 13th as the nomination process concluded yesterday, with 24 nominees submitting their documents on the last day. According to a report by an agency, 3 candidates filed their nomination papers for Dholai, 1 for Sitli, 1 for Bongaigaon, 12 for Samaguri, and 3 for Behali yesterday. Prominent candidates in the fray so far are BJP's Diplu Ranjan Sharma in Samaguri, AGP's Diptimoy Chowdhury, wife of 8-time party MLA Pani Bhushan Chowdhury in Bongaigaon, Congress Jayata Bora in Behali, and Bodo People's Front's Sudho Kumar Basumatri in Sitli. The nomination papers will be scrutinized on October 28, and the last date for withdrawal of nomination is October 30th. The BJP is contesting 3 of the 5 constituencies, Behali, Samaguri, and Dholai, leaving Bongaigaon and Sitli for its alliance partners AGP and UPPL respectively. The Congress is contesting all the 5 constituencies. The by-elections were necessitated following the election of the sitting MLAs to the Lok Sabha earlier this year. Congress Samaguri candidate Tanjil Hussain is the son of sitting MLA Rakibul Hussain, who was elected to the Lok Sabha from Dhubri parliamentary constituency by a record margin of over 10 lakh votes. Dholai's BJP MLA and former cabinet minister Parimal Suklabaidya was elected to Lok Sabha from Silchar parliamentary constituency, while his party colleague Ranjit Datta from Behali won the Sunitpur Lok Sabha seat. NDA's alliance partner, AGP's sitting MLA from Bongaigaon, Pani Bhushan Chowdhury, was elected from the Barpeta Lok Sabha seat, while the UPPL MLA from Sitli, Joyanta Basumatri, was elected from Kokrajhar parliamentary constituency. Polling will be held in the 5 seats on November 13th, and votes will be counted on November 23rd. World Meitei Organization WMO highlighted the financial and logistical challenges the Meitei community faces when changing names. In a press release, the WMO emphasized the importance of names within the Meitei community, noting that many individuals who previously adopted names from other culture are now seeking to revert to Meitei names. However, the process has proven to be time-consuming and costly. The organization urged the relevant authorities to address these challenges to facilitate smoother name changes for the community. People's Action for National Democratic Movement, PANDAM, has lauded the state government decision to enforce a strict ban on the sale, distribution, and use of tobacco products throughout Manipur. According to a press release issued by PANDAM Secretary General S. Brojan Meitei, banning tobacco is a crucial step in addressing Manipur's high tobacco consumption rates. It further commended the order issued by the Chief Secretary of Manipur, Chief Secretary Dr. Vinit Joshi, on October 18 to prohibit the sale, possession and consumption of tobacco-related products across the state, stated a release. PANDAM assured to launch drive to reduce tobacco consumptions and sales. Sunbird Trust in Bangalore has provided essential supplies to the Mahikulen relief camp in Jiribam district today, as part of the second phase of assistance. Speaking on the sideline, Jiribam SDO Laishram Roshan encouraged residents to remain patient while the government works on a resolution that will allow them to return to their hometowns, noting that the support offered cannot replace the assets lost during the ongoing crisis. On the other hand, Coordinator Sponsorship and Community Development of Sunbird Trust, Bangalore, Kurajam Banti, mentioned that as part of Sunbird Trust, Bangalore's initiative to provide essential supplies at various relief camps, the trust, which focuses on education, has launched a second phase of aid for relief camps in Jiribam district.
Maram Waraka, Kogi, Yung Kai, the Gilan to Makra Matunda, Koi relief camp the labor, my chasing, Agi site the Gigi Muksan but trust the Gi, when the Jariba Mating Krasina, Mating when another had Kumpana Mahoy, the Gicina Mayamisaki, to the Sin and the Make a Pongamanatia, Tamkara, Sakana, Angamatak of Anaraga, Yumba, and Navakan of Honari.
Wakalol Manaba Apunba, Wama, warmly welcomed the newly appointed director of SCERT, Ahibam Roman Kumar, by presenting him Aloy Yumpi yesterday. During the event, Wama President Moirang Them Naukomba Meitei expressed confidence that Roman Kumar will significantly enhance the education sector in Manipur, bringing meaningful changes for both teachers and students. He commended Roman Kumar's dedication in promoting language and script, noting his commitment to impart training to teachers of various schools. Now, Komba Meitei assured that under such leadership, the state will see the emergence of even more capable students. Closing day of 7th New Era Week 2024 and Teachers' Day program for New Era Higher Secondary School was held at the school campus in Taubal, Okrum, Wangmataba today. Chairman of Council of Higher Secondary Education, Manipur Kosem, Takalambam Ojit, Secretary Kundrakpam Ashikumar, Controller of Examination, Ojoy, ZTO Zone 3 Taubal Arambam Anil Kumar, Chief Manager of SBI Taubal Branch, Pokeho Peter Krasi, attended as main guests of the program. New Era Week 2024 started on October 21, and during the week, students competed in various sports activities, including indigenous games and sports. As part of the functions, 7th volume of school magazine Kongtang was released by the main guest who graced the program. Premiere show of Manipuri feature film Tambal Lekok was held at Manipur State Film Development Society, MSFDS, today. The film is directed by Koibam Homeshori. Speaking in the program, the director said the film is based on the short story Assam Na Ngahaktang, which is written by National Awardee Moirang Tem Rajendra. Director Homeshori thanked all crew members and those who gave their support during the making of the film.
Home film se puthokhi da bayam kuire corona da gi ko se dum film sin number ya da gi lep khrabani yagadra na mu hoge ta ura kanda to gi lan mu laksin ki ba da gi adum lep khre tam nai ko amatang de mu hogna ba tawsi na tor ko matam sida ko na karam respect tawsi ge na ko na khana rak pa matam da ki oza Moirang Them Rajendra National Awardee mahang na phong ba lai mayam ma paw ne pi de ko da adam pa ba sida ma gi se thara ba sing pul hai ba wari masa gi line am khak pa jabani adu da asum na nga haktan hai ba wari masa Yaurami, Masi Equinamasi Pilamu to the Yaga over Mali and Kalakanda, Asum and Hakan Hibawari Masas, the Equin Mammy City, Amo onto a sea Hidden Tauraga, Hiba, Pambaleko, Hiba Pilamase, who talks about
Minutong Hata Golapati Athletic Union, MHGAU, Hata Mana Inkol expressed its deep condolence on the demise of the first General Secretary of Minutong Hata Social Welfare Union, Hafiz Hata MA, Abdus Sattar, on October 20th. A 2-minute silence was observed through virtual to pay tribute to the departed soul. And now moving on to the national news. Israeli forces early on Saturday conducted precise strikes on military targets in Iran in retaliation for a ballistic missile assault by the latter on October 1st. Residents of Tehran reported hearing explosions in and around the city. Just after 6 a.m., the military said the strikes had concluded. The strikes seen and heard by residents in the capital, Tehran, came weeks after Iran fired waves of ballistic missiles at Israel, forcing millions of Israelis to take cover in bomb shelters. Iran said its attack early this month was in retaliation for Israel's killing of an Iranian commander and several leaders of Iranian-backed groups in the region. Meanwhile, Iran has warned to retaliate with similar proportion. Following the announcement of the new patrolling arrangement with China, satellite images reviewed by India today indicated initial disengagement activities in Depsang and Demchok, eastern Ladakh. The latest images taken yesterday revealed a reduction in structures, suggesting a potential resolution to the long-standing standoff before winter. Though significant PLA structures remain, highlighting their continued presence. Both countries anticipated the disengagement process would conclude within days. Images from Maxar Technologies showed the dismantling of structures, particularly near Patrol Point 10 in Depsang, where a large shelter that had been present since the standoff was removed. Comparisons of images from Demchok also indicated the removal of shelters in line with the disengagement announcement. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping discussed this development during their recent meetings held at BRICS Summit, the first since 2019. The standoff began in May 2020 and escalated with a violent clash in Galwan in June, resulting in casualties on both sides. Subsequent military dialogues have led to troop repositioning and the establishment of buffer zones, which, while stabilizing tensions, have restricted patrolling in those areas. Experts suggested that these buffer zones might ultimately support Chinese claims. Details of the latest agreement were limited, but officials confirmed it specifically addressed in Depsang and Demchok, with Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri stating that patrolling and grazing activities would revert to their pre-2020 status. Since the standoff, Indian forces have faced restriction near the Y junction in Depsang, limiting access to key patrolling points. Despite the absence of a joint statement, both nations issued separate confirmation of the developments. Modi emphasized the need to maintain peace and mutual trust along the border, with plans for monitoring and coordination to prevent miscommunications during patrols. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Chief Sena Manipur President Moirang Temtombi says replacing Chief Minister equals conceding to Kuki demands. Cyclone Dana ravaged crops on 1.75 acres lakh in Odisha, submerged another 2.8 lakh acre land. And 38 candidates are in fray for 5 assembly seats in Assam by election as nomination process concludes. That's all we have for now. Thank you for watching SKTV News, the first ever OTT platform in Manipur. Please visit SKTV website skyic.in to download SKTV app. You can now access Google Play Store to download the app. SKTV iOS app is now accessible on Apple App Store. For early access, use the QR code. The download link will also be pinned in all our comment sections. Join us for real-time news updates, exclusive interviews, and comprehensive analysis of current affairs in Manipur.